Chris Auchinvole.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Conservation and asks, how many expressions of interest had been received for the recovery of windblown timber on the West Coast when they closed on Friday the 25th of July, and how many of these are from West Coast companies?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, 14 applications have been received, and I can confirm that 12 of those are West Coast companies. These are for thousands of tonnes of valuable rimu and beech, which was felled in the windstorm, albeit it's a small fraction of the total wind-blown timber. The recovery of this wood would provide many jobs on the West Coast over the coming years, providing there is not a change of government. It will also provide the opportunity for New Zealanders to access the beautiful sorts of woods we see in this chamber, rather than having to import millions of dollars of decorative timbers from overseas.
Speaker.
Supplementary question, Chris Auchinvole.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, what assurances is he able to give that the funding derived from selling the timber will go back to DOC?
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, the Cabinet ticked off a paper this very week which says that every net dollar that is achieved through this program will be reinvested back into the Department of Conservation. Important work like pest control, likes of improving visitor facilities, all of those things that I think New Zealanders will see as a win-win. More jobs, New Zealanders getting access to our beautiful timbers for wood that would otherwise have gone to rot, and more funding for DOC to do its crucial work.
Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Chris Auchinvole.
The first supplementary to the Minister. How does this policy fit with National's approach to regional development and to New Zealand creating more jobs in the forestry sector?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, I think this policy really is quite telling about the differing policies on this side of the House as compared with the opposite. This will provide regional development benefits for the community of the West Coast, not by the government providing subsidies or grants, but actually by the government just passing sensible law that will let regions take those economic opportunities. In terms of creating more jobs in the forestry sector, yes, of course it will. It will enable the wood to be processed, and actually there's been expressions of interest for over 20 different furniture manufacturers from all over New Zealand who are wanting to get access to this wind-blown timber.
Question number 8, Chris Hipkins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister responsible for Nova Pay. Does he